Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. And remember, oh looky here, so what's up? It's, gotta get my readers on here. Okay. Le Paras lives in Israel. Yes, I remember you. I watch a lot of your stuff. Good job. Alrighty, let's see here. Something's wrong with my backdrop. There you go. Oh, I almost forgot. My signature Scottish hat. Well, welcome. I appreciate you coming by. That is fantastic. So what I normally do is, because I am a smaller live streamer, I like to go through, and people who come on board, I like to go and give them a live shout out, so that when people come on later and watch this after the live stream, they kind of see your shout out, and that way hopefully they can come check your channel out. And yes, I do look good today. No, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. So now every time I do go to do a live shout out, I have to switch screens, so I lose track of the chat. So if you are asking any questions while I'm looking up somebody's channel and I lose track of the chat, I apologize. I'm not being rude. I just honestly don't see. So let me go. The Paras. Maybe see if I can find your stuff here. Computer's kind of hiccuping me on here. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring your stuff up. There we go. Okay, everybody. This is her YouTube channel. If you could please give some loving, I'd really appreciate it. Go over, check her out. Now remember, we're with the hashtag I Am a Creator community. So please go over. Check a couple of her videos out. If you like what you see, hit that red button. That would be fantastic. And Erica, welcome to the live stream. We'd really appreciate it. We were doing a shout out there. Let me go ahead and bring yours up as well. That would be great. And we switch that over. So Erica Mullins. Whoops. Erica Mullins. And there's Erica, I think. Let me see what your. There's a lot of Ericas. Oh, what I'm doing, I'm looking at your little icon to make sure I got the correct one. There we go, I got it. So now, all I have to do, gotta switch it over. And there you have it. So everyone who's seeing this, if you could please show Erica some love, we'd really appreciate it. And again, just as a reminder, we are part of the hashtag I Am a Creator community, so please check out at least a couple other videos. Do the like, and if you really like what you see, please hit that red button. Alrighty. So there you go, and you are very, very welcome, Erica. Alrighty. So one other thing we're going to be doing today, as you saw, is we're going to be taste testing some wine. Now this is Sweet Apple. This is from the Gallo family vineyards. So the Gallo family of vineyards right here. And it says, deliciously sweet wine with natural apple flavors. Natural apple flavors. We'll see what that means. And it says, an amazing apple sweet. Oh, I said, amazing apple. Exclamation point. Sweet apple is deliciously sweet and slightly fizzy. Fruity and light-bodied with the bright taste of sweet green apples and hints of Honeycrisp apple. Sweet apple is the perfect complement to your favorite meal at parties or as a sweet treat. Serve chilled. And it is chilled. So we get to open this thing up. Ooh. Okay, now, as you can tell, again, for those of you who have seen my live streams in the past, I only do high-class wines with the screw tops. So, there we go. Go ahead and pop that open. Get my trusty little tasting wine glass. All right. You can actually smell like a tart apple, like a green apple smell. It's not bad. Now, last week I tried a pineapple wine. Give you some. Nope, it's all mine. But pineapple wine, and the pineapple wine was very good too. You tasted a little hint of pineapple. It wasn't really all that sweet. This actually, to me, tastes sweeter. It is, again, slightly fizzy. It's definitely a wine, and it is because of the slight fizziness, it kind of reminds me a little bit of a wine cooler, but it is really good. It's, again, this is just like the pineapple wine. This could be used as an aperitif, which is could be a dessert wine, or it could be a wine that you drink before a meal. Or you can use it, like put it on ice cream. There you go. An adult ice cream. But pretty good stuff. I'll be nipping at that throughout the live stream. Now, next week, no, I don't get drunk. Although the first time I did this, I had a really big glass. And I did a sweet berry wine. And just to joke around, I like pour. And I filled that thing all the way up. It took me the rest of the night to drink that. It was, it wasn't fun. Don't get me wrong, the wine was good, but I'm not used to drinking that much at once. So, I'm a bit of a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. So I didn't get drunk, but I did feel it a little bit by the end of the night. Alrighty. Oh, muscadine wine. Muscadine. I never really knew how to pronounce that, but yes, I've had that too. I think I had that when I was in Virginia, I believe. Virginia or Georgia, I'm not sure. But I did have that, and yes, that is very good wine too. And, oh yeah, the background. That is New York City. Now, let me go ahead and move my hand real quick. If I move my hand real quick, you can see it kind of turns green. That is a reflection of the green screen in the back on my fingers. But you have to move your hands real quick to see it. It's just a video kind of almost like a matrix. So, but yeah, that is a green screen. There was one time when I had a different background, and that background, sorry, I'm looking at cats. They're like all over me. I have 4 cats, and sometimes you'll see like a tail come by, or something like that. So if you see that, that's one of the cats. But yeah, I got sidetracked what I was saying. About the backgrounds. I had a garden background, and I almost had the people in the chat convinced I was outside in the garden. Almost. Alrighty. So, oh, you love to fill your glass up with frozen strawberries. I've done that. That is actually really good. Then pour wine over it, and yes, that is yummy, very yummy. Oh, by the way, Leah. Sorry, I'm really bad with looking at names, and I'm actually bad with names, and sometimes I forget my name. But so if I butcher the names up too much, I apologize. But that's just me. All right. So, do you have a background that you like to see? Like, do you like gardens? Do you like castles? Do you like super video like production backgrounds? I have those kind of things too. So it's kind of fun to play with backgrounds. It really is. Like for instance, I have one that we did earlier that makes me look like Superman flying through the air, like. You know, it's kind of neat. It's kind of a Superman kind of thing. So, yeah, I think it's pretty. I really do. And let's see. Bring it back. Alrighty. So, do you guys have any questions for me? I know you two haven't really been in live streams before, so go ahead and ask away. So I don't mind asking the same question over again. Oh, by the way, that big thing that I took drink out of, that was water. I usually go back and forth between water and wine. And no, it's not a Jesus complex. I don't know. All right. Oh, you want another background? Okay, let's see what kind of backgrounds we got here. I can do... Oh, here's a favorite. If you ever saw Eli, Coach Eli, he did a podcast with me. He has this background that has palm trees in the back. There's like two of them that come in, and he's on a beach. But it's a picture that he has in the background. Well, I found something very similar, like that. So I did that just to kind of make him jealous, because I think mine looks a little better. And these backgrounds I actually got off the internet. So there are free backgrounds you can get. Check out the website first, of course, because you don't want to download something that has viruses in it. But yeah, I like this background too. So I might use it on my next stream, my live stream. But I always like to do something a little bit different on each live stream, so that when I go to look at it really quick, the thumbnails, I know which one's which. Like last week, I had this background, but I forgot my hat. So I know at a glance that which one's which. But I figured I'd use this background this week with the hat. So I'm in Scottish New York. So I have a Scottish hat on and New York in the background. Oh, so it says, but the most nicest, the background with full of lights, like what you put on your back. Oh, I know what you mean, like when it has the lights come down the back. Yeah, I didn't download that one, but I know what you're talking about. You know what? That probably would look nice. You are correct. Because we also have, if I want to be a little more serious or dramatic, I can put on like a regular gray background. That's kind of cool. And by the way, I am using OBS software to do the switching and all that good stuff. OBS is a free software that, let's see if I can show you. Because I have this little action cam that can kind of show you my setup if you're interested. Oh, have I visited the Philippines? I have not visited the Philippines, but it is on my bucket list to do. So one of these days, hopefully I'll get to the Philippines. But planning on maybe sometime in the future doing a river cruise. But right now, because of my work schedule, we really haven't gone out of the country, my wife and I, too much. So it's usually here in the United States that we take our vacations. but hopefully that'll change soon. Alrighty, so let me see if I can show you my setup. If you're, oh, where am I from? Or where is Leah from? Hey, Art Geek Design, how you doing? So we were just talking about my setup. So I was going to show everybody my setup here real quick on how I do things, so that Leah kind of sees what I'm doing. So this is really there we go. This is what I have here as far as OBS. It's actually OBS Studio 2.1 that I'm using. And I have different things down here that I have in there. Like I have my laptop camera, my action camera, Firefox, which is how I show the live streams. I mean the live shoutouts, that kind of stuff. And then over here, I have my big light that shines on the green screen that's right behind me. So, ooh, I like this. It makes my face look really skinny. Alrighty. And then to get the audio in, let's see if I can switch it around here. I have my boom mic, the boom mic, and it goes into a field recorder, which is a Tascam DR40, which goes into my my computer. So that is my very simple setup. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put this back, because what I do sometimes is people will ask me, you know, how things are outside. So I show them, because I usually have it set up like that. You know, if it's windy or snowy or something of that nature. That's why I have that action cam set up. And sometimes I even have a camcorder set up, but I don't have it set up today. But this is the camcorder I use, and I use it for a lot of my video productions. Now next week, I'm going to possibly not be here because our time slots is normally every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and normally it's a half hour to 45 minutes. But next week I do have possibly have an appointment at 6 o'clock, so I won't be able to be here and go to my appointment and be there by 6. So I may not be on live next week. So for those of you who are looking for me next week, I may not be here, but check to be sure. I really appreciate that. So any other questions? OBS. OBS. Ooh, I might be live next week, because I don't know if you heard that, but my wife just told me I don't have to be at the appointment next week. She doesn't want me there. Alrighty. She does love me, kinda. So. Alrighty. So anyway, OBS is essentially a switching software that you can use in conjunction with going live on YouTube. You can also use it going live on Twitch, I'm told, but I haven't set it up for that yet. So there are a lot of people who go on Twitch. In fact, the I Am a Creator Community person who normally goes after me, starting at 6 o'clock, his name is Verdict Squad. So if you want to go and check him out, he's a really good guy. Every time he comes in, or you go into his live stream, if he sees you coming in, he'll give you a, "Hey, welcome." So every time I come into his live stream, he'll see me, "Hey, welcome, WrestleMania, yay!" Or call me by my first name, which is Jamie. So Jamie, Jamie. Yes, Verdict Squad's live stream is very good. He can talk a million miles an hour. He kind of sounds like a auctioneer sometimes. And I call him my child I never wanted. So we like to joke back and forth. But he is a really, really good guy. That I can absolutely guarantee you. So Art Geek Design. Again, as a reminder, I'm going to go ahead and try to do a live shout out for you, but I have to switch to another screen in order to bring you up. So I'm going to lose track of the chat. So if you do say anything or ask anything, I'm not being rude. I honestly don't see it. So just give me a second to bring you up, because I know I support you. Almost said the S word. So I know I support you. So that should be pretty easy to get you up here. So hold on here. Yep, there you are. Oh, it clicked me off for some reason. I'm not supporting you anymore. That's embarrassing. Well, I am again. So let me see if I can find you. There you are. Alrighty. I'm still not 100% on the switching thing, but I eventually get there. So there we go. So anyone who's watching this, again, please Art Geek Design. And again, we are part of the hashtag I Am a Creator community. So we do ask, because we are an engagement community, please go over, check them out, watch a couple videos. If you like what you see, go ahead and press that red button. That would be fantastic. We would really, really appreciate that. And if you don't, that's okay. It's, you know, at least you're giving us some view time as well. So view time is very, very important now. So we don't take offense if people don't want to hit that red button. The Midnight Raven. Hello, Midnight Raven. How are you doing? Oh, and for those of you who are just coming in, we did crack a bottle of Gallo Family Sweet Apple Wine. And very good. It is sweet. Definitely sweet. So it's more like a dessert wine almost. Not quite that sweet, but it is definitely on a sweet wine. And you can definitely smell the green apples in there. It's pretty good. Alrighty. And the Midnight Raven. And for those of you who have not seen the Midnight Ravens live stream, I highly suggest you do that as well. And again, don't forget to check out Verdict Squad's live stream. He's going to go on at 6 o'clock from what I understand. And hello, Christopher Bartram. So welcome to the live stream. We really appreciate it. And again, what we did is we did a taste test of a sweet apple wine. And we were going through doing some live shout outs. So the next one up is the Midnight Raven. And again, we do have a little rule again on hashtag I Am a Creator. So we do ask that you do go to everyone's site, check out a couple videos. That would be fantastic. If you like what you see, we ask that if you could please hit that red button. That will help out the community as well. And again, the Midnight Raven is a very good friend to you if you are a very good friend to her. So this is what her site looks like. So please go on over, check her out, hit that red button if you like what you see. And again, we do ask that you please check out a couple videos, because again, if you don't like what you see, it's okay, you know, no offense, but at least you've given them some watch time, which is also needed because you need that 4K view hours, and you need 1,000 supporters. So either way, it is something that will benefit all of us. So again, go over and check her out. And Christopher Bartram, of course, I also support Christopher. Let's see if I can bring up Christopher's. All right, and I completely butchered that up. There we go. Okay. And Christopher, Let me double check here. Yeah. Another one. There was one earlier that I want to get to, but for some reason, oh yeah, here we go. Sorry, I looked right over you. My apologies. Alrighty. So this is what Christopher's YouTube page looks like. So please go over, check out the site. Again, look at a couple videos. If you like what you see, hit that red button. Push that like button. Oh, don't forget that bell. We'd really appreciate that as well. So please do that. And while you're here, if you could be so kind as to hit that like button, that does help this channel out. Let's see here. Trying to get back to the chat so I can see what you guys are doing. And there is one thing that I am a little concerned about, I will have to admit, is because I'm doing these wines. You know, there is one person who does beer and does wines that I'm always nervous about showing up. His name's Jaded Diva, and because he's like the expert of the wine and beer world, so I'm always, oh, he's here, Jaded Diva. I saw you come in. I was just messing with you. But today's wine, again, is the Sweet Apple Wine by Gallo Family Vineyards again. So I think I have one more Gallo Family Vineyard to go yet, and then I have some other wines that I'm going to be doing. Ta-da! And it's definitely a very sweet. Cheers! It's a very sweet wine. Not quite a dessert wine, but really that's almost that sweet. Probably good on dessert, on ice cream. Somebody said earlier, probably on strawberries. Now, one of these days, I do plan on doing a live stream outside. Today it was a bit windy, so I didn't do that today, and I also didn't check things out as far as how far my Wi-Fi would go to see if I could even do it, because if it's at the end of the Wi-Fi bubble, because you know when you're outside you only have so far to go. Yeah, it would, you know, hiccup and stutter and all that kind of stuff. So it probably wouldn't look too good to you guys. So I do have to really test that out to see if that's even possible. And of course I have to figure out a audio setup and that kind of stuff. So Jaded Diva does a lot of garden vlogs as well. So go check him out. So he is a good guy, knows his stuff. And also, again, as a reminder, please stand by to go to Verdict Squad's live stream. That would be fantastic. So do I have any questions? Let me see. All right. And, oh, what vintage is it? So what vintage is the wine? It's a cheaper wine. So let's see. Probably 2017 would be my guess. It doesn't say. It's 750 milliliters, milliliters, and it is alcohol is 9% by volume. But it doesn't say the vintage. I would say 2017. That would be my guess. All right. So, oh, you got to go to the commute home and get back to your kids. Well, thank you for stopping by Art Geek Design. I really do appreciate it. I love talking. I love interacting with people. And yes, it's good to finally see you too. See you too. It's good to finally see you on the live stream as well. I really appreciate you coming. It's fantastic. It was an honor. So I did go over to Art Geek Design quite a bit, so please go over and check out Art Geek Design. That would be great as well. So, okay, Jaded Diva says anytime that he live streams from outside, he has to pull up the Wi-Fi unit through a wind flow and onto the paddle. Yeah, sometimes you have to extend the cables. In other words, yes, absolutely. So blended wines don't usually have a vintage, and it's a mix. Oh, that would make sense. That would really make sense. So thank you very much, Jaded Diva, for that information. See, I told you, he's the expert. So now I know. If anyone asks in the future what the vintage is, and it's vintage, what the vintage is, then I would. Oh, by the way, Jaded Diva also has one of these hats. So in your honor, I have the Jaded Diva hat. Actually, I got this many years ago in Scotland. So that was, I'm not going to tell you how old the hat is, because it's older probably than some of the people watching the live stream. But I actually got it in Scotland, and it was with Scottish wool. So I don't think it has any Scottish bugs in it. No Scottish bugs. But it is a traditional Scottish hat made with Scottish wool. So I snuck it back into the country. Shh, don't tell anybody. Alrighty. Jaded Diva says much better looking than his hat. It looks exactly the same. But that's okay. I like your hat too. Alrighty. So what I have decided to do. Oh, and also again, I'm going to be back here next week at 5 o'clock. Again, that is the plan, unless I have some technical difficulties, which I normally do. Today I didn't. I probably just jinxed myself. Oh well. But normally I am on at 5 o'clock, which means with technical difficulties 5:15. And I usually go for about a half hour. Then that gives people a little bit of time to eat, get something to drink. Rather it's what I yeah, and my wife said it, and it gives you enough time for when you were listening to me this whole time. It gives your ears time to heal from it bleeding from listening to my voice. But it gives you time to get something to drink, something to eat, and then get ready for Verdict Squad's live stream. I do plan on going on there just for a little bit, but I have some other work that I want to get done as well. So I won't be on there too long, or I might go on there a little later. I'm not exactly sure, but I will visit Verdict Squad's live stream. So I invite you to come along with me, and we can do a raid, a Verdict Squad raid. So I do thank you all so very much for coming by. Again, we're a little over 30 minutes, so this is where I say goodbye. And again, I thank you all so very much for coming by. And as always, have a great day.